Hey everybody, shout out to the room. Shout out to the room. Share, share, share. Let everybody know we're on. You love this color? Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey Tracy. Good evening everybody. Oh no. How many days? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come on. Every day. Every day. All the time. Hi Auntie Melba. Shout out to Melba Moore. You're in the green room with Oprah? You better tell Auntie Oprah I said hi. Okay. Hi. Let me get myself right. Hi Auntie O. How are you? I am Natasha Simona. Thank you so much for being here. Whenever you're available, I would love to have a conversation with you. But until then, sit back, relax, enjoy all of the treats in the green room, and enjoy the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, March 28th. We're almost done with this month. And then it's my birthday month coming. Well, May. May is my birthday month, but you know. Countdown is on. Let's get the show started, everybody.
Finally, a show with an array of topics. I mean, she talks about it all. The Natasha Simona Sequence, Evening Edition, begins now.
Shout out to the room. Shout out to the room. Share this live with everybody. We're going to talk. Hit that little airplane button and share it with like 5 people. You get right. Put some lipstick on. Shout out to the room. Hey everybody. I just need to put some lips on. When I tell you I just put myself together before I got here, I look like I put myself together before I got here, right? It's all good. Let me turn you down. Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Share this with 5 people. Hit the airplane button. Hit it with the first 5 people. If you want to share with more people, that's wonderful. But share, because sharing is caring. I hope you all had a good day. I had a very, very busy, crazy day. I mean, I'm ready for my days not to be so crazy. And I'm going to be honest with you. What do you say here? Tracy, I love your show. What? Thank you. I love you for loving my show. Like, it's a work in progress. I'm, building it from zero. And so the fact that you love what we got so far, stick around because it's just going to grow and grow. And we're going where, everybody? Straight to the networks. So, there was something I was about to say, but you all know how it goes. I just lost my complete train of thought. Oh, I do want to say, should I wait for more people to come in? Because it's an update on the 13-year-old. I do have an update on a 13-year-old and his glasses. So I'm wondering if I should wait till more friends come in or if I should tell it now and then revisit it later. I'll come back to it. I'm going to wait. So, you know what? I know a lot of you are new to this space here, so shout out to you and thank you for being here. It is no secret that for, hustle and bustle, I drive Uber, and it by far is the scariest thing I've ever done. And the more transparent I am about that, it's like I feel like there's more reports, there's more frequent reports on Uber drivers getting unalived, aka murked out of here and attacked. And it's crazy because, you don't like I try to like look at, okay, statistically, where's the highest crime happening with that, and but you really just don't know. So it is scary, and it's something that I just can't wait to never ever have to do again, because we are not protected at all. Like we don't. So when you order an Uber and you're waiting for the Uber, because I take Uber too, and you get to see who your driver is, right? You get to see their profile, you see their picture, you see their star rating and everything. As a driver, we don't get to see the passengers that we're picking up. All we see is the name, John Doe. We just see the name and then your star rating. So if you've got low ratings or high ratings or whatever, that's it. We don't see what you look like. We don't see a profile on you, nothing. And I just always felt like, why is that the case? Like, we are so unprotected. Your passenger's sitting behind you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you see nothing. I could tell you some stories about some crazy things that happened in the back seat, and it was just horrible, horrible. And so when I hear these stories, and unfortunately they end up in the loss of someone's life who's trying to survive, like literally hustling and bustling, trying to survive. I'm like, why isn't Uber stepping in to make sure that there's more protection around their rideshare partners, drivers? It's crazy. But, you do what you got to do until you don't have to do it anymore. And try to protect yourself as best as possible. Whatever that means to you in whatever state you live in, that's all I'm going to say about that. But, and I get, it's interesting because I get some people that ask me, they're like, do you get scared doing this job? Like, you think I'm going to sit here and tell you if I get scared doing this job? No, I don't get scared, because you could be the killer. We're good. You keep asking me crazy questions, you going to be scared. But I do have some scary stories that I was just like, God. But do you know, it's so crazy because you ever have a moment where you reflect on like things that people say to you that were meant to hurt your feelings? I'll never forget. I was like, it's just these different instances. And I'm like, I'm out here like doing what I got to do. And this person was like, well, yeah, you're going to keep like just totally making fun of the fact that like I'm out here figuring it out. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was like, people are really irresponsible with their words when they just want to be nasty and mean and everything like that. Not to live in that space in that part of the conversation, but it really makes me think like, people who don't know what it takes for your life to happen in the 24 hours that you have. People, it's weird how people just like sham you and just really don't appreciate your life. Do you know what I'm saying? So crazy. But on the flip side of that, I've met some wonderful people doing Ubering. I have. But, baby, my days are numbered doing that because I don't want to do it no more. No more. No more. Tired of it. Tired. Let me see what you say. I no longer pick up from any hospital because they put mental illness patients in through insurance companies and they don't tell you they're loco. Let me tell you something. We could literally have a whole conversation on it. And one thing is that I get the need to do it, but I think there needs to be like, I don't know, maybe I'm missing it somewhere on one of these social media platforms. I think that more people, especially women, I think more women should do live conversations for other women who want to utilize these gig economy jobs, whether it's Uber, Instacart, Shipt, and all the other ones that deem a physical person having to go and pick up items or a body, a human to transport them to A and B. I don't know. Maybe you all should drop me some stuff in the DMs and I can have them on the show and we can all have a conversation. But it's one of the things where, when you utilize it properly, it'll pay your bills. But it's another thing. Like you're playing Russian roulette. You don't know who you're going to drop stuff off to, and you don't know who's going to get in your car at any given moment. And let me tell you something, the days where, because I do both morning and night, because baby, These bills ain't paying themselves, and LA gets more expensive by the day. Eggs are still expensive. Isn't the female Uber Natasha isn't the female Uber only in LA? I don't know. You know, I heard about that one time and never heard about it again, where you only pick up women. But even with that, like, it sounds nice, and I'm sure it brings comfort to women who work late and things like that and want to be driven by other women. But we cannot take away from the fact that women are also loco in the brain too. Women carry out crimes too. Safety, harm and safety isn't one way. You know, danger isn't only presented from a man by a man. You gotta be careful no matter what. Anyway, enough about that. I'm just saying, I think about that every day, and I think about people all the time in these different places. But listen, you know, I saw that we have a troll, and you're not growing unless the trolls come, right? The troll is probably in here under his or her real account, because the troll made a new page to go and troll on my page, because it says new right in the little profile, right in the little photo button. It says new. So dear troll, or trolls, plural, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for supporting the Natasha Simona sequence. You've got to live one miserable life to come over here and bother me. Who am I? It's just little old me on a piece of the internet in the corner of the country, doing what I love, talking on this microphone and talking about things that make us all happy and fun. Entertainment news with a conscience. And so it's quite interesting. If you haven't seen it yet, let me see if I took a screenshot for your pleasure and our entertainment. All right, so I don't know if you can quite see it. Can you see that? So there it goes. This person, see the brand new page? This was this morning. And I saw the comment, says, "You're a hot mess," or something like that. Somebody write it in here if you remember what it is. It says, "You're a mess." And so this morning I had time. I finished my responsibility for the kids early. I was sitting on the toilet, brushing my teeth, and I look and I said, "Oh, somebody came to play with me today. Good morning." It's Piper 89. Hey, Piper 89, let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing about me. And shout out to everybody that's like, "Natasha, don't pay the trolls any mind." Now listen, one thing I'm going to understand is not everybody's going to like me. I'm not here for everybody to like me. If one person likes me, we rocking out. But at the end of the day, if you can't message me straight from your account to tell me how much of a hot mess I look, then baby, sounds like I have a fan. And then I started wondering to myself, you know something? I don't always look like I'm going to go walk a red carpet somewhere. Sometimes the makeup ain't makeuping, like today. Sometimes the mascara is running. Sometimes I have no mascara on. Sometimes the clothes, like today, I'm wearing a basic t-shirt from Target, a very nice one, by the way. It looks like a pic with a Black woman afro. Here we go. Shout out to Target and their whole Black History collection that they had. I'm not wearing anything special. So, okay. Now, my thing is that if you have something to say about what I look like and about my set and anything else, my Cash App is Golden Mommy. GOLDENMOMMY. Because I believe that if you're going to troll and criticize, then perhaps you should do something about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Help me. If you are here consuming my content and you don't quite like what you see in what you're viewing, but you still show up every single day, I just want to say thank you. And you can feel free to Cash at me, and I will change whatever it is that you've got to comment on expeditiously. But until then, if I have time and I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm brushing my teeth, trust and believe I'm going to address the trolls, because while it's manageable, mama's going to play. once we start growing and then, then it just becomes idiotic, then I'll just let everybody else address you. Because after a while, you don't have time for the peons. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the troll. The troll who had to go make a new page, who's probably here sitting as a silent watcher on their real page, but, don't have the guts to say anything. But moving on. What is it? Tasha got time today. I certainly did. Let's do a cheers. I went to Trader Joe's. I went to Trader Joe's before the show to get food for the boys. And as the guy's checking me out, he goes, "You trying anything new today?" And I was like, "No, nothing new." And then I forgot our Taste It with Tosh. Last week we called it like Taste It Tuesday or something like that. And I said no, because at any given day I'm going to want to taste something with you all, and I don't want to have to wait for a Tuesday. But I don't have anything funky and interesting to share. So as he's scanning my stuff, when you go to your neighborhood market, a lot, like I do, they know your rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And so he goes, "Looks like you're trying something new. This is new in store, and you have yet to come by and pick it up." And so I was like, looking at him like, "You all in my grill." But I want to share this with you all. Oh, you know what? I wanted to pull up something else, but listen, it's organic pineapple probiotic. It's a juice shot from Trader Joe's. That's new in my house, and we're going to try it together. I don't know what it tastes like. It has coconut water, pineapple, lemon, and ginger. Good. I'm glad it has ginger. So everybody right now, depending on where you are and what you're doing, I hope you have something to drink. Let's cheers. We're going to drink this together. This toast today is for all of the people hiding behind life, that like to troll people, that like to bully people, that live very, very sad and lonely lives, terrorizing people who are in their lives and don't know how to love themselves. This is to you all. I hope in the very near future you find love within yourself and you learn to appreciate the people who actually like you. Cheers. Oh, this is actually pretty good. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, go and buy one of these. It's not too hard on the ginger. Can you see it? It's not too hard on the ginger. It's not too tangy on the lemon. Actually, I don't even really feel the ginger at all. So it's very light with the ginger. The lemon is very easy to take down. It's good. There you go. Get your intestines moving right. All right, everybody, let's get into this. I've got some headlines that we're going to go over, and then I will update you on 13 when the headlines are over with. Are we ready? Cheers. Oh, look, everybody's cheersing. It's backwards, but yes. Oh, sorry. Well, take a screenshot of this. Shout out to Tony Rasanis in the building. So take a screenshot and then flip the camera later. There you go. I hope everybody who's interested got a picture. All right, let's get into these headlines. Now, this story, I am not... Hold on a second. Where is it? This is Michael Sterling and Eva how do you say her name? Marcille? All right. Eva from America's Next Top Model and Atlanta Housewives. What is this? Okay. So her and her husband are getting a divorce. She filed for the divorce. Now, a lot of people across the blogs and all over the internet, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so sad." I have come to a point and place in my life where I don't feel sad when people are divorcing or splitting up or taking a break. I don't, and I see all of you in the comments right now saying how sad you feel. Now, I get it. I don't want to sound insensitive at all. I understand it because you like what they presented to you in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? When they showed up, they looked good. They have the two boys together, and their Eva has her daughter Marley from her ex, Kevin McCall, the singer. So they're a beautiful blended family. Michael took her in as his own. They changed her last name, the daughter's last name and everything, right? So they have these 3 beautiful kids, a boy and 2 boys and a girl. And their 2 sons that they have together, Mikey Jr. and Maverick, who are 5 and 4. These are young kids. And the kids they're a beautiful family. So I understand the visuals. You're sad that you're not going to see the visuals. But let me tell you something. And let me make it very clear. When I was going through what I was going through with my children's dad, I think the reason I stayed for as long as I did was because of the level of devastation that people imposed on us and me. Oh my God, you guys are so beautiful, but the kids, but you guys are so, but just make it work. And then you do it. You do it. You try to, fight past whatever the issues are. But I'm telling you, that is it's detrimental to your health. It's detrimental to how you raise your children, because whatever is going on, you become completely ineffective everywhere else. Work, your friends, your family, how you parent. Do you know what I'm saying? So when people tell me they're going through a divorce with whomever, or they're splitting up, or they're taking a break, I say, okay, all right, good for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to wish them well and keep it moving and offer your support, and that's it. As social pressures can definitely take it. So absolutely. And then you go through, the social pressures are real. Hold on one second. What just happened here? The social media, because people put their lives on social media. So prime example, Eva and Mikey here, Michael, her husband, soon to be ex-husband, they posted Valentine's Day post the other day. And Valentine's Day was what? A month and a week ago. Talking about, this is my Valentine's forever and things like that. That's what you're supposed to do. And granted, they probably were fine then. But a lot can happen in a month. Oh, shoot. A lot can happen in a week. You kidding me? Especially if there's some underlining stuff, some undertones that weren't really taken care of. And then you're good for a moment, and then you're not good for a moment. And then you're back on, and then you're back off for a hot minute. And so whatever it is that's causing this, I really do wish them both the best. I hope that they can co-parent properly, cohesively, and they're coherent towards each other. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. She filed a week ago. But you know something? You know what's funny? People are funny. So I enjoy kind of going on the blogs and reading the different comments just to see what the overall consensus is. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm so sad, blah, 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 blah. I didn't really see anybody keep it real and just say, I'm happy for them. I am actually happy for them. It takes a lot to want to get a divorce. It takes a lot to want to separate your family. That's not an easy decision, especially when you have young children. That is not an easy decision. So I am happy for them, because I do hope that they find the happiness that they need. And it doesn't mean it has to be with another person. It could just mean finding the inner peace within themselves. That's not a happy moment. Listen, you don't know what it is. You don't know what they were going through. It probably is a happy moment. I don't know. But all I'm saying is I hope they find their own happiness that they need within themselves. So people were saying, why do we know this? Well, first of all, when you come on social media and you tell your business, I don't understand why people are shocked when we know everything else. Hello? When you put your own business on social media, it's kind of like all bets are off. You know what I'm saying? Because when they put up their wedding photos and they put up photos of them vacationing, and they put up photos of the children and all of that stuff, why are we shocked when we know that they're divorcing? Why are we shocked when we know all of the other personal things? If you don't want your business out there, then don't put your business out there. That's all I'm saying. So when people ask those questions, I'm like, you're the same people that fawn over all the other gushy photos that they put up. So don't question it. Either scroll by and say nothing and chat amongst your friends. You know what I'm saying? So I read somewhere that she's the 4th housewife to get divorced. Is that true? The 4th housewife of that franchise, of the Georgia, the Atlanta franchise. I didn't even fact check that, but I'm now thinking about it. Is she the 4th? Somebody tell me who are the other ones? Cynthia, Nene and Greg divorced and then got married. So does she count? Kind of, right? Sheree divorced. Was she married to the guy? Her. I don't know. Do I care? I don't know if I care. Because what am I supposed to do with that? Reality TV and marriages. Yeah, I don't know. He's a good looking guy. I'm pretty sure when it's time for him to, move forward and marry again if he chooses, he'll be all right. And she's gorgeous. Phaedra, I forgot about her. Phaedra, Drew Sidora. Oh, yeah, I guess. Well, Eva's beautiful. I don't know her. I don't know her personally, so I don't know what she's like when the TVs are off and lights are off and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. Reality TV in real life, way different. Way different. You don't know who people are. You really, really don't. So we don't know what was going on but behind those doors. I'm not instigating anything. I'm just saying we really don't know. It's a nice photo, though. Anyway, moving on. So, Lionel Richie is so hot. Look at this photo of Lionel Richie. He's 73 and he's hot. Like, I don't even know if he's single. I know the last time I checked, but the last time he was in the headlines was like a couple of months ago, almost a year ago. And he was with a real good looking young lady and she was a chocolate drop and she was fine. I'm like, damn, she's the one. But I don't know. I don't know if he's single. Did they get married? Is he single? Because y'all know I don't like to fawn over people who are married and taken and stuff like that. That is not my style. But he is sexuous. Somebody said, he's too old. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you today, right now. March 28th, 2023. Let me explain something to you. If Lionel Richie is single and all the way single, I would definitely have to let my mama know. You better be okay with your son-in-law being older than you. Because, baby, I'm bringing him home. I'm bringing him home for Christmas, Thanksgiving. It's over with. My mother would just have to just step to the side. Y'all better let her know your son. And I'm going to make him call her mom and everything. I'm so ridiculous. You think he wants more kids? That's my only question. Like would I be able to propose the idea to him? Like, hey, I would like 2 more children. You think you think that would slide? Hypothetically speaking, of course, because I don't know. He's single. Somebody put he's single. For real? Hold on. Let me get myself to. Hi, Mr. Not me calling him Mr. Oh my God. Forget it. My pitch is out the window. Forget it. Tosh said pension, no more Uber. He's cute. I would cook him all the grits. I would get his Metamucil together. I would get his everything. So anyway, I hate myself. I would rub Ben Gay all over his shoulders. everything. I would just, he has a girlfriend for 10 years. Why did somebody say he was single? Somebody said he was single and now he has a girlfriend? All right, forget it. All right, let's go back to regular reporting. So Lionel Richie was on The View with his co-stars from America, his cast members, his castmates from American Idol, and he joined the train of just oversharing on social media. I don't know why when people get on social media, they talk so damn much. It's one of those things where I feel like the sound engineers just mute the mic. When you get some of these celebrities on social media, or if they're doing like a radio tour, a media tour, just mute their mic, because this day and age of oversharing, I'm over it. Like, why do I need to know about Lionel Richie's sex life unless I'm sexing him? But I'm just saying, there's certain things that we just don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I wanted to hear him say what he said. So I'm gonna play it for you just in case you missed it. Let's all watch this moment together. Hold on. Okay, you ready? Here it goes.
Lionel, I got a little more intimate question than Madison Square Garden. Sonny alluded to All Night Long, and it's turning 40 this year. What's the backstory on that song?
on All Night Long? Well, if you really want, I'll do a fast version of it.
Don't sing that.
Yeah, no.
I'm singing it.
Well, let me first of all give you the first.
All night.
Let me give you the first
Pay for that, you guys.
part I have to really say to you. When I wrote All Night Long, it was truly all night long. Now my All Night Long is down to a fierce 15 minutes. But don't worry about it. We'll talk about that later.
Time marches on.
Show live? Okay. Is this show live? 15 minutes, that's long, bud.
Damn right.
Yeah, Lionel.
Damn right. and don't you forget that, all right?
As long as it's not 4 times a night, 7 days a week.
No, ain't gonna be the 40. Wait, let me get back to the
I
story.
want Lionel's dermatologist, but now I want his...
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I interrupt this moment to talk to my kid. Yes? I'm on my show. We're live. Do you need something? It's an emergency? Okay, bye. Okay. So somebody said, but Tasha, you can overshare sometimes too. First of all, you're right. But I'm saying, who wanted to know how long Lionel Richie lasts in the bedroom? That's a turnoff. I don't want to know that. I don't know what. So he's 73. Is there like anybody in their 70s in here that can let me know? 15 minutes? But 15 minutes is a long time. I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm celibate. But I'm saying 15 minutes. Humping for 15 minutes is long, I think. But now I know that him and his girl, like, how is 15 minutes long or short? I don't know. It's been a long time for me. Help. I don't think so, especially at his age. Yeah, 73. Can you imagine him going for an hour? He'd have a heart attack on the vagina. He'd be just going and going, and then he just collapse. Oh. You got to be careful. A fierce 15, though. Ooh. All right, I don't want to talk about this, huh? I don't want to think about it. Somebody put depends. And I know you're saying it depends, but now I'm thinking depends. Somebody said oversharing. I'm just saying. What does his face look like? He looks like he turns real red, and his lips are nice and luscious. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to think about this anymore. Next. Oh, that's not even the right one. Where are we at in this soundboard over here? Okay, here we go. Okay, so Nick Cannon, speaking of oversharing, we're just going to stay in the oversharing department for a little while. So Nick Cannon has 12 children, and he went on Hot 104, the morning show over there in St. Louis, the home team morning show, and he was talking about the Cannon tribe. And in the world of oversharing, Nick lets us know that he does not have any of his children's mothers on any type of allowance. Now, I've got something to say about that because I saw a lot of your comments in the different spaces, but we're going to deep dive into this one. But listen to what he has to say just in case you missed it. Hold on.
Amount of money because I don't give myself that. You know what I mean? What they need, they get it. There's never been something that one of the mothers of my children has asked for and they didn't receive.
Now you want me to have a baby.
I mean, if you, that's why they call me the provider. Whatever you need.
Nick Cannon in the studio. So Nick Cannon basically says that whatever they need, they call him up and he gives it to them. And people are the comments are all in shambles because people are saying, no, they need a monthly allowance. That's not fair. So whenever I need something, I got to call you up and figure out how to get you things like that. And as someone who gets no child support whatsoever, who played the game of, hey, the kids need this, hey, the kids need this, hey, the kids need this, hey, the kids need, and it's like, man, forget this. Like, make this consistent, because I can't keep wasting time calling you. Now, granted, we talking very different availability and very different dollars. Let's make that very clear. I think, honestly, there should be a budget, right? Hey, every month, this is what I'll give you as a baseline. Whatever it is, $5,000, $10,000, $100, I don't know. But there should be a baseline of how much you're going to get, and anything else that you need, let me know. Do you know what I'm saying? Because things happen at the drop of a dime, and I don't need to stop what I'm doing to figure out if I'm even going to get you, because I don't know if you're in an airplane flying all over the place because you got 11 jobs. And I also don't want to have to go through your assistant every time I need a box of Pampers, I need some nipple cream, or I need some new clothes. Do you know what I'm saying? Not only that, there's still upkeep. There's still things that's not necessarily directly for the children, but still in relation to the upkeep for the children. Like, I need gas in my car. Now, mind you, I don't think any of these women are hurting for money. I'm going to be honest with you. They all seem to have had their own independent lives before they got with Nick Cannon. And they all seem to have somewhat resumed. Abby De La Rosa is the one with the twins. And she now has a new baby girl that's not even 6 months old. Or is she 6 months at this point? Or 4 months or something like that, right? She was a radio jock here in Los Angeles and a DJ. So she was on the radio and a DJ. I don't know. I don't know where her money is coming from now, but I did see her do a couple of appearances while she was pregnant with the new little girl that she has. So she has 3 kids by him. Brittany Bell, she's like Miss Guam or something like that. She's a pageant girl, but she's also in school. Well, she was in school. I think she's back in school or something to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I don't know where she's getting her money from. But she lives in a big old house right down the street. Shout out to Brittany. She has 3 kids. She recently just had a boy. So she has the son. She has the first kid outside of Mariah. She's the one who had the first child out of Mariah. Then she had a daughter, and now she has a new son. And he's what? Did he turn 1? I think he turned 1, or he's not 1 yet, almost 1. And then who else is there? You have Lanisha, who just had a daughter for him. What's the daughter's name? Onyx. Lanisha is some kind of art curator. And she works very closely with her dad, and she has a boyfriend that she's very... So these women are out here working. And then the other one, what's the other one's name? Bree. She's a real estate agent, and she's on a show like... What is it called? I don't know the real estate show that comes on one of those ratchet channels. What is it called? I don't know. She's on a reality show, and she's a real estate agent. And she sells these multi-million-dollar homes over there. So, and she has a son. What's his name? Legend. Oh, I forgot about the other one. Alyssa Scott. Alyssa was touring with Wild 'N Out. She's a model. I don't know if she's working or where her money is coming from, but she had the son Zen. Zen unfortunately passed away from brain cancer. Selling Sunset. That's the name of that reality real estate show. That's the one that Bree is on, right? Yeah. So she's on that show and she does other things. And then Alyssa Scott, she's the mother of Zen. Rest in peace to Zen. She had their rainbow baby. She had a daughter. What's the daughter's name? It starts with an H. I think her name is Harmony. No, Halo. And then, of course, you have Mariah. I mean, you really thought I was going to name Mariah in the mix? Come on. Shout out to Mariah. She turned 54 yesterday. Mariah turned 54 yesterday, and Mariah has his first 2 kids. We all know Mariah is just fine. My point is that there should be like a set number that these mothers negotiate with him. Whatever that number is. And they know every month or whatever the case is. And you don't have to go to court for this. Because here's my thing. You know what I'm concerned about? Because a lot of people are easily convinced and swayed, and they look at people like Nick Cannon as some kind of, they look up to him. Okay. Look, Nick Cannon, he's not in court with his children's mothers, and they call him for whatever they need. This is not a good example for society who wants to follow this nonsense. It's very, very controlling, and it doesn't work for everybody. And I wouldn't be loud and proud of this at all. I would not be loud and proud of this at all. That kind of control is not, I don't like it. And Nick, I would, if I were you as your little sister in my head, I would hope that you would somewhat and somehow reconsider that kind of public talk about how you take care of your children, because bad enough we don't see you hanging out with the kids at all. Not like we need to see you out and about every 10 minutes, but I always say we don't have one picture to go off of with you and all 12 of the kids. There's not one photo. And I would love to see a relationship between the mothers. Those mothers that I just named, they all live here in Los Angeles. They all are right here, neighbors. There's no reason why these families are split up the way they are. I would love to see, I think the other day he did something with the 2 older kids, Monroe and Moroccan, and I think Brittany's kids. Because they're older than the little babies are like little babies. They can't walk, they can't talk, they can do nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? But even the little babies, they all should be going to like tummy time together. They should all be going to like tummy time and, what is it called? The new age stuff where they go and they do all the sight, and I don't even know what they call it, but I would love to see that. And they grow up close. He's got a basketball team. Okay, maybe a compound. You must be new here. Welcome to the show. I've been preaching a compound for months now. Nick Cannon should have a compound. Somebody clip this, and I'm telling you right now, I think Nick Cannon, and I've been saying this for months, Nick Cannon needs to build a compound in a big open area on like 10 to 15 acres of land. Nick can have the biggest house. Nick's house is the main house. And all the mothers except Mariah. Mariah's not part of this conversation. The other mothers, you have Abby's house, you have Brittany's house, you have Lanisha's house, you have what's the one? Bree's house, and then you have Alyssa's house, right? And everybody has their own house with their own land. Give everybody like 2 acres. Because there's 6 mothers. Actually 5, because we're not going to count Mariah, okay? So what Alyssa, Lanisha, Brittany, Abby, and the one, Bree. So 5 mothers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so that's already, if you give everybody their own house with 2 acres of land, so that's already 10 acres. And then Nick can have 3, 13. All right, let's give him 4 acres. Oh, my right hand is itching me so badly. My right palm, excuse me. So like 14 acres of land. That's enough space for everybody to have their own pool. Everybody can have like a little a basketball court or a tennis court or whatever they want, but definitely a nice pool. They have their own land. They have their own privacy. Everybody's got their Range Rover and their Rolls Royce and all that stuff. They're fancy. It seems like all of the mothers have Range Rovers. So that might be a push gift. So everybody has a nice size house, 2 acres of land, and Nick's house, like in a cul-de-sac. So everybody, let's go down a rabbit hole. Hold on. Story time. So Nick Cannon's compound, Nick is going to have this beautiful house, a big house, humongous house, right? And he's going to have all the entertainment, like all the fun stuff, his studio, everything is going to be there. Pool, all of the stuff, all the trimmings, right? And when you pull up to the lot, right, you're going to drive up the private road. Can everybody see this? You got to close your eyes. Oh, I see you all commenting and stuff, but somewhere like close your eyes. So you're going to drive up the private road and it's going to be beautiful, beautiful landscape. You're going to love it. It's going to be a beautiful drive. The big gates are going to open, right? And when you go through the gates, straight, you're gonna see Nick's house. Well, not straight ahead, but like straight off to the left. You're gonna see Nick's huge house, like 13 bedrooms and all kinds of stuff in there, right? Then you're not gonna go past the house completely. You're gonna kind of go in a circular way, and straight over there, you're gonna see the stack of 5 houses in like a cul-de-sac kind of thing, in a round circular thing, right? And you're going to see one house, this house, that house, that house, and that house. And that's going to be all of the mothers' houses with the kids. And the property is going to be big enough for, the Sprinter truck and everything like that. Because, when they go out as a family, they probably need 2 of them. It's going to be big. I'm just saying, I see it. And they all like, it can be like resort style. They have, the chef and everything like that. And every, Sunday, even if he's not there, because he has to work a lot. He's got a lot of kids. So Sundays can be, or whatever day they choose of convenience, they go to Nick's house for dinner. Right? So somebody in the comments, good question. Why come we don't see a big birthday party with all the kids? It's what I'm saying. They don't do anything together as a family. So they dedicate a day, whether Nick is in town or not. Everybody comes from their house and they go to the big house and you see all the kids running on the grounds. Can you imagine Easter and hiding all the Easter eggs and all the activities, and then they hire people to come on the grounds because he's got like a whole bunch of kids that are all the same age. They all should be doing art together, music together. They should be learning like all these different skills for their age group together. This would foster that. So now they're not split up and they're learning together. It's giving Zeus Network. Get Zeus in the building. If I see this reality show happening, somebody better let me know and run me a check. You heard it here first. I'm telling you, this would be so wonderful. And let me tell you something. This would It would definitely promote family. It would enhance the quality of so many other people's lives if they do something like this, so we can actually see how a huge blended family like this can work cohesively. And they all can still do what they're doing. Bree can still be on the Sunset show. What is it called again? Sunset of what? Hollywood? What is it? What is the what is the name of the show that you all said that she's on? She can still go do her reality show. Everybody can still, Brittany can still go to school. Alyssa can go back on tour with Wild 'N Out. And Alyssa has a daughter. Alyssa has a daughter from another relationship. And think about this. Selling Sunset. Bree could do Selling Sunset. And think about this too. And I know I'm speaking from a single mama perspective, but I tell you one thing. If any of them have anything to do, wouldn't you say, hey, Alyssa, are you going to be in town? Hey, Lanisha, are you in town? Hey, so-and-so, are you in town? Because I need you to watch Onyx. I need you to watch Halo. Can I bring the twins over? You know what I'm saying? And you can trust that your kids are going to be taken care of because they're siblings. And they all seem like they're all good mothers from what we see on social media. Story time is over. I'm just saying. Don't you think this is who's put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Somebody said, I'm not watching your baby. No, you can't be like that. It's not about not watching your baby. This is your child's sibling. They share a father. They share DNA. If I'm home and I'm in town and I know you got to go somewhere, or your time with Nick is coming up, or whatever the case is, bring your baby over to the house. Why not? And then you wouldn't feel like, majority of them, I think all the mothers are still alive, and family and stuff like that. They all seem to have very good family. They all have nannies. So we're not going to stop the nannies. The nannies can come, they drive through the gates, and the nannies go to each house on the compound. And then when there's lessons, they go to Nick's house. So when there's art lessons, when there's music lesson, dance, all that stuff is at Nick's house. Because Nick is going to have all of the stuff over there, so these ladies can preserve their houses. They don't have to turn one room into the, whatever room. They can go to Nick's house, and Nick has all the studios and stuff for them. And all the kids show up like school. That's a freaking private class. That's the size of a private class. I see some people agreeing with me, and I see the rest of y'all not agreeing with me, but I'm saying, I wonder if he allows them to have like partners and stuff. Can somebody help me book Nick Cannon? I'm asking with real intention. Is there somebody in here, whether you are in the chat or you are a silent watcher right now? I would really, really love to have Nick Cannon on my show. He can cam up. We're live Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, the Natasha Simona sequence. Hi. I would love to have Nick Cannon on the show. I would love to have a fun conversation. And I would love to, maybe we can send Trooper to all of the kids. Somebody told me to call him. Let me get right on it. Hello, Nick? If it was that easy. What? Are you kidding me? Get out the rabbit hole. I wasn't in a rabbit hole. I was in a story time. All right, fine. We're going to get Nick Cannon on the show. Next. And now, I'm going to butcher her name. I'm sorry in advance. But this is Jhené. Aiko. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she lovely? Well, she showed up to dinner at a restaurant in Los Angeles. tosses the keys to Little C's. Shout out to Little C's. Shout out to my friend Little C's. She didn't toss the keys to Little C. She tossed the keys to the valet. And she went in to go have dinner at this restaurant. I don't remember the name. I don't even care. It doesn't even matter. And honestly, it doesn't matter because the valet is a piece of crap. The valet ain't real. So she's sitting there eating the food, and next thing you know, she sees her Range Rover pulling off. And she doesn't think anything about it because she's like, okay, well, it's the valet. They're supposed to move the cars. They're going to do what they're supposed to do. She finishes eating her meal. Her belly is full. And she wants to go home and unsnap her bra and indulge in some reality TV. She goes to the valet and her car is gone. Never to see again. I don't know what the update is. I didn't look. But all I'm thinking, it just brought me into a space where I feel like I'm not laughing at the situation. I just saw something in the chat that just made me laugh, and I can't even repeat it. So if you're watching this on the rewatch, I'm sorry that you can't even indulge in this moment with me, but y'all are off the hook sometimes. When I get a good glance at the comments and I can actually see what you're writing without my glasses, I can see the most ridiculous things that you all are writing. And now I need to not focus on the comments anymore. Let me focus on my show. So I personally feel funny with valet. I've never really been a valet girl. Because this is one of my biggest fears. Huge. Another fear of mine is when you have a cleaning service come in to clean your house. And I grew up with a cleaning service. My parents had, housekeepers, maids. We had hired help in the house. We had a live-in nanny and a housekeeper. Okay. And I tell you one thing. And my mother used to get so upset with me because I would never, ever, ever let the cleaning service clean. I had a floor in my mother's house. It was my room, my bathroom, and then you go to the other side of not me telling you the layout of my mother's house. Absolutely not. But nonetheless, I had an entire floor to myself. And easy on calling me spoiled because far from it. But I never let them come upstairs. And my mother used to get so pissed because she's like, every week I pay a service to come and you don't let them clean my whole house and you keep upstairs a hot mess. I didn't care. And so I gave in one day because my dad had a conversation with me and he's like, look, just to appease her, just let them come upstairs and clean a portion of it. And you keep your room clean. And I looked at him like, okay, buddy, whatever. And so I negotiated that and we worked that out. And they did that. But my biggest fear was people rummaging through my stuff and stealing my stuff, even from a little girl. When I had my kids, my mom was like, because I was cleaning my house. I came home straight from the hospital. Just dropped the baby out of my chuchi and I'm cleaning the house. My mom was so pissed. I didn't realize how much danger I was in doing that. But that's just, I'm just the type of person. But we won't talk about the lazy ass of a man that I had at home on the couch while I was cleaning my house after just coming home from a baby. That's another story. Going down a rabbit hole unintentionally. I just like to do things myself. Do you know what I'm saying? I put a 1 in the chat if you feel the same way. I just feel funny with the services. I just don't trust people like that. And the more I hear these stories of people turning over their keys to valet and the car is stolen, hiring a cleaning company and jewelry and fit clothes and personal things go missing. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't do it. Going to get your hair done. That was another thing. I hated going to get my hair done. Hated it. My mom would take me to go get my hair done, and I would pitch a fit. Because I didn't want anybody, because I always believed, I don't know where this person's hands have been. I don't know what kind of spirits they do. I don't know what kind of voodoo they're into. I don't know what kind of life they lead. And there you go, allowing them to touch my scalp? No. And my mom would, because my mom could not do hair. And the whole top of my forehead, the top of my ears, and the back of my neck getting burned by the curling iron. My mom would be like, "This because you don't go and get your hair done with me." And I'm like, you better find me somebody I could trust, because the people you take me to feel real sketchy. I don't even know if my mother's in the building. I promise you, if my mother's in here, she'll be like, is my mother in here? If you're in here, you better tell these people I'm not lying, not a stitch. So I've been my whole life, still to this day. I will learn to do it myself before I hire a company. Valet would be like, "Do you want your car valeted?" I'd be looking at them up and down. Show me all your credentials. Oh, open that little flap. Let me see. To show me something. Go to an area that nobody else would know. Show me. Validate yourself. I don't care if I have a no brand name car. I don't care. I don't care if I'm not driving a Rolls Royce or a Range Rover. It's mine. Tasha was scared she was going to get her head shrunk. Let me tell you something. I was scared my hair was going to fall out. My grandmother instilled all of this in me. Don't let anybody do that. Don't eat from certain people. Don't let certain people touch your hair. Don't let people touch your clothes. What? My mom used to have the cleaning people come, and she'll be like, "Bring all your laundry downstairs. So-and-so is coming to do the laundry." I'll be like, "They could do y'all's laundry, not mine. Are you nuts?" And she'll be like, "You're not going to let Jackie do your laundry?" "No." "So who's going to do your laundry?" "Me." I didn't even let my man do my laundry when I had one. I did the laundry. I don't want you touching my underwear, because I feel like people are going to be like sniffing your underwear and like putting your bra on and looking at your clothes. That freaks me out big time. Like, I shout out to my friends in real life and also here. If you're watching me and you take your clothes and drop it off at the laundry place, like, I'll go take my clothes to the cleaners. But let me tell you something. Growing up, my uncle owned a cleaners. Don't play with me. I'd be like, "Daddy, take my clothes." "What?" "My uncle owned the cleaners." And then when we moved and it was inconvenient for him and his people to do our clothes at the cleaners, it took me a long time. I had a bag bigger than you can imagine of clothes that needed to go to the cleaner specifically. That joint was like $400. I kid you not, because I waited until I found a good cleaners that I trusted. Because I remember stories my mom talking about. She went to cleaners and they messed up her clothes. And you want me to go there too? Are you crazy? I'm watching your trial and error. Go ahead, Juliet. Is my mother in the building? I don't even see her saying anything. I don't know if I'm missing it or what. She never took she would wash her clothes. We had a washer and dryer in our house, like downstairs in the basement. Not me telling y'all the whole blueprint of my house, though. Of my mother's house. But, oh, my mom's not in the building? Oh, she tell y'all. It always freaked me out. And then, like, if I was home while they were washing the clothes and stuff like that, I'd be like, "Why are you downstairs so long? What you doing?" Somebody said my first dream car is a Range Rover. I know I want a Range Rover. I know the color and everything. I want it to be a candy apple red with brown interior. Oh. Can we speak that into existence? Anyway, I totally derailed. Did I even tell you the story of what happened to Jhené? Did I ever tell you what happened to her car? Anyway, it got stolen. I don't have an update on it. Well, that's the end of the headlines. You guys pull me down these rabbit holes and then I forget that we were in the middle of the headlines. I worked in a cleaners and child, some trousers smell like horse. Couldn't be me. I'm telling you, I have friends that will drop their clothes off to the laundry service places. God bless y'all. I could never trust someone else to touch my underwear. Oh, my mother is in the building. Look, there she goes. She goes, yup, you're a weird one. My mom, whenever she comes to LA and visits, she'll be like, what do you need? Let me help. And I'll be like, nothing. And she'll look at me. She's like, you little wretch. I'm here to help you. And I'm like, you could just chill and relax. She's like, you need help. I'm like, nah, don't touch my house. Don't clean nothing. You clean your side. But you could do what you want to do over there. You have your own bathroom. You have your own room. You can do that. And she's like, well, she taught my kids how to do laundry one time. I was like, they're never going to do it by themselves again until you come. And she's like, well, where's your laundry? Don't touch my laundry. And she's like, you know how I used to change your pamper 37 years ago. Don't touch my stuff. Don't clean my room. And she'll come into my room and she'll be like, okay, not much has changed since childhood. And she'll be like, do you need me to help you? No. My mom came here when I moved, and she did a good job. She helped. I definitely leaned into that help. I did need help, like unpacking and stuff like that. And so she helped me get my place together. I fought tooth and nail, and finally I gave in. I was like, okay. My mom wants to do my laundry when I visit her, or she visits me, thanks, but no. When I went to New York, she's like, let me do your laundry. No. Look at my mom. She said, shout out to the room. Shout out to the whole room. I love chatting with you all. You all really make my day and my evening, honestly. Anyway, I'm going to show you a photo. Although the headlines are done, I do have an update. So you guys remember 2 weeks ago? Has it been 2 weeks or so? The glasses are actually still here on my desk. Funny enough, although I don't know where the lens. Oh, here it is. So about 2 weeks ago, my 13-year-old son, his glasses broke, and it broke in a space that is actually like severed. Like it's not you could just screw it, because obviously I would have done that. But this time it just completely broke, and I had a whole moment, and I didn't realize that his actual glasses in here was starting to like rust and all types of stuff. And it was a hard moment, because listen, despite what anybody thinks, contrary to what you may believe, I don't make money doing this. We all know that, right? And so, it's not easy living in Los Angeles and really like fighting for survival and then doing what you love, which is this. And so it's always something. Actually, right now after the show, I got to go buy sneakers for him, because I picked him up and his toe, oh my God, his toe was sticking through the sneaker. And I'm like, he gets in the car, and this is today, sidebar from the glasses. So I go to pick up the kids, and he gets in the car. And I'm like, how was your day, Sonny? I call him Sonny. And he goes, Mom, we got to go to Walmart. And I was like, for what? And he goes, I need sneakers. And I was like, okay. And he goes, Mom, look. And his toe was sticking through the front. And I was like, oh my God. And so I start laughing because it was funny, but then I immediately felt sad. I was like, were you like, that must have been embarrassing. I was like, were you in school like this all day long? Like, why didn't you call me? I would have just like bought a pair of shoes and brought it to you. And he's like, no, because I knew you were, out there working, and I didn't want you to have to come all the way over here because their school's far. And so he was like, it happened during gym. And I was like, but wait, why is your sock in your hand? And he's like, I guess whatever the kind of sock that he was wearing was like slipping off his foot. He was like, Mom, it was like such a cartoon moment. So my toe busted through the sneaker, and then they were in gym, and I think they were playing soccer or they would whatever they were playing. And he said the socks started slipping off his feet, and it flew through the hole in his sneaker, and then they couldn't find the sock. So I'm laughing, but then I felt so bad because I was just like, thank God he goes to a school where these kids do not judge him at all. And they just made a moment of it. But I felt bad that he was in school with a freaking hole in his sneaker. I see everybody saying Walmart for sneakers. First of all, when you are on a budget, Walmart we go. Do not make fun of the fact that I buy my kids sneakers from Walmart, because there's going to be a day when I no longer have to buy my kids sneakers from Walmart. But until that day comes, you better $12.99 me and my kids get sneakers and they go to school. Excuse me. Do not judge me. So after I sign off of the show and I post the show, I am going to Walmart to buy my kid a new pair of sneakers. No, I cannot afford a $150 pair of sneakers right now. And you want to know something? My kids do not complain. Now, back to the glasses. So I'm looking at him. So today he wore his glasses. So his glasses broke apart, and you all were so generous to send all kinds of village love to buy glasses for him, right? So I want to show you. Tony says that's why they fall apart, though. Uncle Tony, you better leave me alone. I got about Walmart money to buy my kids sneakers today. So let me show you. His glasses came in, and I'm going to show you. I bought him 2 pairs, and we're getting another one. I hope. Let me see something. Okay, don't laugh. So here's the first pair. Can you all see that? This was last night because it came last night. Okay. What size does he wear? He wears a 11 in men. That's the first pair. I think they are so funky and so cool. And this was last night, so pardon him looking like this. This was last night. And here is the second pair. That's the second pair. How come we can't buy badges? I don't know. I didn't turn it off. The badges aren't there. Hold on a second. I don't know. I don't know. Why are the badges not there or something? Let me see. Well, not like I can see. I didn't do anything. I just came live. Maybe Facebook or where are we at? Instagram? Let me see something. Let me click this button. I don't know. I would have to look and see. Let me see if I could check on this phone where the badges are at. I don't have a notification about badges, but you know, they just recently did some updates and stuff. We'll see if I figure it out before we hang up. Okay, so that was last night, right? So he put those 2 on, like fresh out the box to see like what they look like. So this morning, I took this photo, and that's what he looked like this morning. Can you all see him? If you're ever in Valdosta, I'll give him a free haircut. He wants to grow his hair out. You could trim it, though. Like, you could comb it out and trim it. I'm not sure where Valdosta is, but I appreciate the offer. So that was him this morning. So he paired it with, like, this all-black look. And I thought you can see the picture a little closer, but I'm assuming you can see that. Let me see. I think I took another photo, too. Let me see. There he goes. The first one was cuter. He was smiling in the first one. This one, he's like, Mom. And that's that. So he's going to get 2 more, I believe. And so I just want to say thank you all. The village helped me get glasses for him, and we got glasses. Yeah, a shape up. Yeah, he definitely could he could use, both kids need a good detangle and shape, but they both don't want to cut their hair. So I just want to say thank you all. You all did that. And I appreciate it. And I don't know. I didn't know that the badges weren't there. So let me see something. Let me see if I have to like turn it on. They did a update. Excuse me, breaking news. I just saw an update. Before we go, I just saw an update on this Nashville unfortunate, god awful situation in Nashville. So apparently the friend sent, the shooter, who is Audrey Hale, sent a message to a friend before the attack, quoting, "You'll probably hear about me on the news after I die." That's nuts. So basically, that post I made on here about you, this is on Instagram, apparently. She sent this message. That was basically a suicide note. "I'm planning to die today. This is not a joke. You'll probably hear about me on the news after I die. This is my last goodbye. I love you. See you again in another life, Audrey." But she used to go by the name Aiden because she's transgender. So the person that she was writing to says, "Audrey, you have so much more to live. You have so much more life to live. I pray God keeps and covers you." And Audrey responds back, "I know, but I don't want to live. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to upset you or get attention. I just need to die. I wanted to tell you first because you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen and known all my life." So these are DMs. These are private messages. These are private messages that are now being released. So sad. And that's an update. That's like, I'm reading this in real time. That's an update as I open my phone here. This whole thing is so sad. Yeah, people are hurting. We live in a world where people are coming on social media and literally crying for help. And I feel like every day the pressure of trying to live like the next post of whatever you see, that's what people are measuring their life to. Numbers, likes, looks, everything. Like my 11-year-old son came to me one day and he said, "Mom, do you think I'm fat?" And I said, "Fat? Oh, why would I think you're fat?" And he's like, "I don't know. I'm just seeing like other kids my age and mind you, he is far from fat. Far." And I'm like, "What are you, other kids you're seeing where? On social media? On where?" And he's like, "Yeah, on my YouTube." And I was like, we had a whole conversation about it. So, sidebar, I don't know what I would have to do. Badges, it says badges were turned off. You can't use badges for the next 24 hours. Oh, apparently my badges were turned off. I don't know. I must have pressed a button. But here, I was looking at the settings for you because I was like, what did I do here? And it says badges were turned off. You can't use badges for 24 hours, for the next 24 hours. So I'll have badges on tomorrow. See, the message is there. That's what happened. I found out in real time. But yeah, Tony, you said, what time is it here? It's 7:20 p.m. 7:20 p.m. on the left coast, on the West Coast. But listen, I'm gonna end this show now, but I'm gonna say this. I want to first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out with me tonight. If you are brand new, if this is your first time here, welcome to the Natasha Simona Sequence. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you all I hope you all come back and make sure you share my content. If you enjoy my content, click any piece of content on my page. Feel free to share with your audience and listen, tell your audience to share with their people. Sharing is caring, and we are growing together. So any piece of content that you find on my page, you are more than welcome to share and put somewhere in your share to encourage everybody else to share. That's the CTA, the call to action. I do want to say this. What else? There was another thing that I was going to say to you all. We do have an executive from the Zeus Network. We're just trying to get scheduling together. And when that happens, you will know, and you better get all your Zeus questions together. We do have an executive that will be on our show right here, the Natasha Simona Sequence. We also have a break coming up. I am not fully ready to let you know when, but just know it is coming. We're going to take a little hiatus to reformulate, restructure, and do everything brand new. So that is coming. But until then, we do have amazing guests coming up. And there was something that was literally right here. I don't remember what I was going to say. What size shoe does 11 and 14 wear? My 11-year-old wears a size 7.5 men. And my 13-year-old wears a size 11. Why does it sound like I didn't say that right? My 13-year-old wears a size 11 men. And my 11-year-old wears a size 7.5 men. That's why, because it's the 11s. Okay. Thank you to everybody who donated to Amir's trip. Let me see if I have that for his graduation. I have to do a tally. I was looking for it to post here, but it is not in the immediate. Let me see. Is it right here? Hold on one second. Let me see if I can. Oh, this is it. Is that it? But you can't see it. If you go to my broadcast channel, if you have access to broadcast channels, if you just go in your messages and you scroll across the channels, or if you go to my page right on the top, it says Inside Tosh. That's my broadcast channel on here. You just scroll up and you can find the message that I put in there. If you're interested in learning more about it and you want to love up on him and do that, we have been collecting. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has donated for that. We're almost there. I don't have a number because I didn't plan to talk about this. It wasn't in my notes at all, but I could update on that. And if you want to tip your host, feel free. I say thank you in advance. You can tip me, your host, Natasha Simona. My Cash App is Golden Mommy, GOLDENMOMMY. And why can't I figure out? There was one more thing. Oh, my vintage brain. I really should have written it down because I feel like it was something I really did want to share with you. He is the glory to love. Yes. My baby is amazing. Girl, them shoes is in the mail now. Oh, who's Candy? Thank you, Candy. Y'all are funny. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm on my way to Walmart. And I'm being serious. Would you like me to go? Actually, Walmart has bad service, but I'll put a picture up of the shoes that I get him because my baby is not going to school with it. I should tell him to bring the shoe, his little toe. So then we go to Trader Joe's. That's not what I was going to say. So we pull up to Trader Joe's and I'm like, you all tell me what you want from Trader Joe's. So Amir goes, I'm going to come out the car and go with you. I was like, you cannot come out the car. He's like, why? And I said, son, you're not coming out the car with your big toe sticking out of your sneaker. That's embarrassing. He's like, Mom, I don't care what these people think. I really love my kids. They're like, I don't care. I want to get food. I'm like, no, I will look like a bad mother. Do not come out of the car. Anyway, that's the show, everybody. Love up on somebody. Love up on yourself. I'll see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. The Natasha Simona Sequence, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's the show. That's the show. We're out of here. I appreciate you all. I think I've cleared myself. All right. I think I've cleared myself. I think I've cleared everything that I wanted to say, and whatever else I forgot to say, I'll save it for tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Goodbye.